Listen, you are utterly amazing. Sometimes when you are going through terrible times in life, when the grief is so overwhelming, when the loss is so great, when the loneliness is just all consuming, it can be so difficult to understand why you're going through something, or to even find the purpose, the meaning, or to find any joy in life, any joy at all. In those times, it is so important you understand who you are, that you become aware of your greatness within you. And I mean that. Why can I say that with confidence? Think about it. You have been gifted with an ability to become consciously aware. Think about the animals. Think of the birds in the trees, right? They are not thinking to themselves, I wonder what Toby in the next tree along is thinking about me after the conversation we had yesterday. And they're not sitting there stressing about it, okay? Thinking, being aware of how their actions had an impact on someone else. Or, a badger in its set, right? It's not thinking, I need a bigger set. I don't think I've achieved enough. Am I achieving what I can given the life that I've been given? The one shot around here that I've been given? I've got too small a home. Maybe I could achieve a bigger home. We're driven to evolve and to grow as humans. Why is that? I think half of it is to do with the fact that we are self-aware. You are the conscious universe experiencing itself. You are consciousness in the universe, having a conscious experience, being able to become aware that you can regulate your thoughts, reframe them, reposition them, rewire the brain, and then actually be consciously aware of shifting how you think so that it literally changes your perspective and how you experience life within the world. I mean, that is awesome. Whether you're laying on a sofa right now because you're in a lot of pain, whether you've had, say, for instance, chronic fatigue and you can't move around and you feel like you're not getting the most out of life, or whether you are currently traveling around the world living what you consider to be at the moment to be your best life. They're equal. They're great levelers. Neither one is more important than the other. You're not failing and you're not too late. You can't possibly be when it comes to looking at life from the soul, from your spiritual nature, from consciousness, understanding, yes, I'm a spiritual person. I'm having a human experience. And like I said, sometimes having that knowledge is like, yeah, great, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, but I'm still having a human experience. And right now it sucks. I get it. I have looked to the abyss. I've looked death in the face. I'm still here. I'm still here. And how did I get through those times? It was with this kind of understanding. That even when my physical body couldn't do what I wanted to ask of it, my brain was still consciously aware of how I was feeling, what was going on around me, that I was the universe experiencing itself. That in itself is so amazing, so humbling, so miraculous. Sometimes we lose sight of what's really important. We get so distracted by what other people are doing, by competing with everybody else, feeling that we haven't achieved enough, or, actually just self-negative talk most of the time, which, to be honest, most of the time isn't even our own thinking. It's what we have picked up from, measuring ourselves in the world against everyone else, or what other people put in there for us when we were a child. When you understand that you're an eternal soul, when you understand that the soul is energy, frequency, waves, and consciousness, when you understand that because of that, you only transform, you can never die, and you take your conscious awareness with you, and you experience it no matter where your point of attention is at any one time within the universe, whether in this dimension or another layer of reality that exists within a multiple dimension reality, then you can never live small. You cannot die. And so what are you going to do? You're going to reframe. You're going to change your perspective, and you're going to learn to be able to hold bandwidth. You're going to be able to broaden capacity to understand, yes, I'm a physical being. Yes, I'm going through suffering. Yes, this sucks. We're not going to spiritual bypass. We're not going to ignore that fact. We are not going to run from that fact, because right now we are being able to be consciously aware of the fact that we are going through this, that this suffering is happening. That in itself is something that other beings in this world and universe, rightly or wrongly, good or for bad, are not seemingly aware of on Earth, as far as we know when it comes to the animal kingdom. So this is food for thought. My work through spirit communication, understanding consciousness, exploring the mind, dealing with the soul and aligning with your natural nature, your eternal nature, is here to give stability, clarity, meaning, purpose, be thought-provoking, help you expand your ideas and your heart. If this has been thought-provoking, if it's making you think, even if it just helps you to get through a little bit of, okay, so there is great meaning in, even whilst there's suffering, there is still a miracle on earth to be had, no matter what, then follow me. Follow me to learn more.